A young football fan is secretly in love with his aunt. He dreams of doing it for the first time with her. After the death of his parents, the boy's life changed. He thought about his place in the world. Soon an influential woman helped to restore the guy's thirst for life, who really supported the guy and how he became a man. You'll find out in this retelling. It's movie recap zone and a new retelling. Enjoy the video. At the beginning of the film, we see people waiting in line for a bus. There's a traffic jam in the city. A car pulls up to the bus stop. The man in the passenger seat rolls down his window. He introduces himself as Steve Januarius and addresses Patricia. The stranger insists that the girl come with him. He wants to give her a lift home. The girl refuses. To convince the heroine, the stranger promises to tell her about a way that will help the girl get pregnant. Patricia agrees. The heroes arrive at the stranger's house. On the floor of the room lies a crystal chandelier. There are many shards around her. The girl notices a small monk. He approaches Patricia to put something in the heroine's bag. The saint tells her to kiss the little monk for good luck. The heroine follows the advice. The man slaps her on the bun. He says that the ritual is complete. Now the girl will be able to have children. Patricia is met at home by her husband Franco. She tries to explain to the man the reason for her lateness. However, Franco is furious. He shouts at his wife and pushes her to the floor. The girl locks herself in the bedroom. She calls her sister Marie. Patricia asks the woman to come to her house. After a while, Marie and her husband and son arrive at her sister's house. The flat is in chaos. Patricia's husband is sure that his wife has started cheating on him. The girl refutes her husband's words. She tells of an encounter with C. Januarius. The guests enter the girl's bedroom. Her dress is torn and her nose is bleeding. Saverio and Fabietto stare at the girl's melon. The wife asks her husband to fetch a cold cloth and her son to take a walk. Franco's voice comes from the living room. He is swearing at his wife. Saverio and Fabietto try to calm the man down. Sometime later, Maria is chatting with her son in the kitchen. The father asks his son to wake up his older brother. Marquino is late for university. Saverio tries to kick his daughter Daniela out of the bathroom. The girl gets a pedicure and delays the whole family. Fabietto dreams of meeting his football idol. He and his father leave the house. Baroness Focal comes to see Maria. The women discuss their neighbor Graziella. Maria runs to the balcony. She waves to her husband and son, wishing them a good day. At school, the boy plays football. After school, Fabietto and the other boys go home. A priest is standing outside the school. In the next scene, Fabietto looks carefully through binoculars. The whole family has met after lunch for a celebration. Franco and Patricia are arguing at the table. Saverio notices his wife chatting with Signora Gentili. The woman sits apart from the communal table. The nephews ask Maria to show a trick with oranges. A woman shows off her talents. The family is joined by Asteria. She works in the lab and tells everyone about her team's success. Saverio is curious about what Lucella's fiancé looks like. The family is waiting for the couple for dinner. DiPino approaches the table. His veterinarian friend gave the guy a watermelon, which is eaten by the guests. The assembled men are discussing football. Lucella came with her boyfriend. The family didn't like him. Aldo Cavallo was a 70-year-old retired policeman. Now the man was an amateur pastry chef. To speak, he used a special voice device. Hiding their laughter, everyone introduces themselves to the groom. Then the assembled go for a swim in the sea. While the guests are swimming, Aldo tells Luizella how to prepare the cake. The woman is tired of the man's attention. She too jumps into the water to refresh herself. Aldo notices Patricia on the deck. He wants to entertain the girl with conversation. Patricia asks to see the man's instrument. She throws the battery of the device into the water. After swimming, everyone sits on the boat. Both women and men look out on the deck. Patricia sunbathes without clothes. Franco is dissatisfied with his wife's behavior. Suddenly, two boats are heading towards the heroes. The smugglers want to get away from the police. Patricia asks Fabietto bring her a towel. At the pier, the heroes meet the smugglers. Fabio notices a Napoli patch on one of the men's head. Signora Gentili was dozing on the veranda. A girl brought a basin of water for her. In the kitchen, dinner was being prepared. On the way to the house, Aldo whispered something to Luisa. Patricia stopped to admire the view. Fabio looked at the woman. The guy walked on. The heroine remained standing on the cliff. At home, Fabio saw Signora Gentili on the veranda. The woman asked him not to look at her. Night fell. Maria told her husband gossip about Luisa and Aldo. Fabio told his brother about Patricia. He thought she was hot. After a while, Marcino came to Fellini's casting call. Fabio was waiting for his brother. A beautiful blonde woman walked into the lobby. She caught the men's attention. Marcino did not pass the casting. Through the door slit, Fabio watched the director paste pictures of women on the board. On the way home, the boys saw a man who looked like Maradona. Fabio told his father about the footballer. Saverio didn't believe his son. He didn't find any information in the news about the footballer's arrival. Maria called Graziella Pickler. She invited the woman to Rome on behalf of a famous film director. In the living room, the men were watching television. Saverio switched channels with a stick. The heroes were visited by neighbors. The Pickler family told them that Graziella had been invited to film in Rome. When the neighbors left, Saverio insisted that his wife confess the prank to the neighbor. The woman did not want to go herself. The husband and sons went with her. The neighbor was angry. Late at night, a phone call sounded in the Skis' flat. Signora Villa told about the connection with Saverio. Maria gave her husband a scandal. To calm down, the heroine went to juggle oranges. She was watched by her youngest son. Marcino took his brother into the room. From nerves, the guy began to shake. Saverio got a call from his colleague at the bank. He reported that the club Napoli had bought Maradona. Marcino and Fabio rejoiced. The next day, Fabio was walking around the Napoli bank. It was the lad's birthday. His father gave him some relationship advice. The man gave his son a ticket to a football game in Sector B. Maria was walking home from the market. Mario's neighbor was washing his car. He helped the lady carry her bags home. The heroine noticed that her eldest son was kissing a girl on the bench. In the lift, Maria cried. Mario tried to make the woman laugh. Saverio took Fabio to the memorial site. There the man saw Maria for the first time. In the evening, the mother asked Fabio what to make the boy for dinner. He wanted milk soup. Maria kicked her husband out of the house for a few days. She told about the fact that Marcino was dating a beautiful girl. Fabio went out on the street. Mario congratulated him. The hero went to the square. Here Capuano was shooting a film. Fabio's attention was attracted by a stranger. Julia wanted to star in Capuano's film. In the evening, her husband called Maria. The woman allowed her son to sleep with her, as in childhood. The day of the match came. Fabio went to the bathroom next to the smuggler. The man's sister was waiting for him. They exchanged phone numbers. In the evening, a sofa was being taken out of Ski's house. A strange sound was heard in the bushes. Saverio wanted to lure the cat out of the bushes, but a bear appeared from there. The man was frightened and ran to the entrance. However, the bear turned out to be an actor. Maria played a trick on her husband. After a while, Signora Gentili's family was watching football on TV. The police came for Geppino. The Skis family and all their neighbors were watching football too. The only one who didn't care about football was Marcino. The kid was making out with his girlfriend. Geppino was taken to jail. Signora Gentili accused the relatives of arresting her son. The women decided to teach the lady a lesson. Maradona scored a goal. Maria went on holiday with her husband to Raccarazza. In the evening, she knitted. Saverio was reading a book. The woman dozed off on her husband's shoulder. He dozed off too. At night, Marcino came to pick up his brother. Their parents went to the hospital. The doctor reported that the parents had poisoned themselves due to a carbon monoxide leak. Fabio wanted to see his parents. Marcino tried to comfort his brother. The boys stood outside the hospital. They watched the boy who was wiping his glasses. At the funeral, relatives expressed their condolences to the boys. Franco said Patricia was in a mental hospital. Uncle Alfredo was sure that Fabio had been saved by the hand of God. The lad didn't go on holiday with his parents because of Maradona's match. Later, the brothers sat in the stands of the football field. At home, Daniela told her brother that they had a brother from Signora Villa. Graziella brought the neighbors' children a cake. Fabiano visited Patricia in the hospital. They talked about life. Guy confessed that he wanted to become a film director. Patricia was Fabio's muse. The woman told her nephew about what had happened to her after her quarrel with her husband. She had lost her baby and asked to be placed in a clinic. Baroness Focal asked Fabio to catch a bat in the living room. She locked the boy in the room so the bat wouldn't fly away. Then the woman called Fabio into her bedroom. She asked him to comb her hair. When he combed the woman's hair on top, she asked him to comb her hair on the bottom. The Baroness did this to Fabio. The guy imagined Patricia in his neighbor's place. The heroes had a smoke. Baroness believed that her mission was to help the guy look into the future. The brothers discussed plans for the summer. Marquito noticed a cigarette on Fabio's bed. The brother realized it was the boy's first time. At school, Fabio wasn't even interested in his favorite football. He cried in the middle of the field. In the evening, Julia performed at the theater. Fabio looked at the girl. She was upset that the director did not come to see her play. Outside the theater, he met an old friend. Our man brought the guy to a cafe. There, the man provoked a fight. Then the guys left on a moped. Armani offered the hero to sail to Capri, but they didn't get to dance. The guys chatted in the street. Fabio saw Khashoggi with a blonde. The hero glared at the man's companion. Armando and Fabio swam in the sea. The man promised to introduce his friend to his sister. After a while, Armando was taking a bath. Fabio couldn't reach his friend. The hero with his brother went on holiday. On the beach, he looked at the volcano. Fabio recalled how he rode with his parents on a moped. The boy wanted his brother to reflect on their life, but Marquino wanted to relax in the summer. The heroes hugged each other. Marquino jumped into the water. Fabio took a boat home. The hero went to the cinema to see Capuano's film. Fabio visited Armando in prison. Then the guy went to the theater. Julia was performing on stage. Capuano came to her show. The director criticized the girl's acting. Fabio caught up with Capuano. He wanted to communicate with his idol. The guy told about the fact that he wanted to make a film. The director told the hero about how he makes films. The man showed the guy the stories that Naples keeps. He let Fabio vent his pain. The director advised the guy not to despair. He offered Fabio to assist him on the film. At home, the hero listened to an interview with Maradona. He felt lonely in the flat. Fabio packed his things and closed the door. Outside the house, he saw Mario and the Baroness. Guy stopped by the hospital to see Patricia. Naples celebrated the football club's victory. Julia was sad because of Capuano's words. Fabio went to Rome. From the window of the electric train, he saw a little monk. The boy waved to the hero. Fabio turned on his favorite music and relaxed. Write in the comments, would you have taken the director's advice, or would you have left to conquer the big city like Fabio did? It was the hand of God 2021. See you in the next videos.